Hello everybody, I'm Dave here for the next instalment of Dave Gets Wood, where we are carrying on with cleaning up the tabletop, or the underside of the tabletop should I say, around the edges. Did two sides yesterday. I'm going to try and get the other two sides done today, and then hopefully as well try and get some of the bits in the centre that need doing, although there's a couple of bits that are going to take a bit of work. But anyway, I'm going to crack on. So I've got my carving tools again. I'll start off down in this corner, and yeah, we'll crack on. Now this side isn't as damaged as the other side was, however it does still have some damage that needs sorting out. I've still got some glue on. I've dug in a bit more than I wanted to there, but I just wanted to get through the glue and the little bits of wood that were on it. Okay. Now there's something that I was thinking about mentioning while doing this, about how I'm going about dealing with different bits. Now these bits with it's raised up, whether it be because of a bit of glue or because of the wood that's stuck to the glue. Obviously I'm just trying to take that off with a straight blade, well it's not a straight blade but a flat blade, just to try and skim off as much as I can. But then areas like this, which I don't know if you can see too well, where this is all splintered along here and it gets deeper and deeper and deeper to a point here. Now if I get my curved tool and work in that direction, then I'm basically going to be working deeper, and this piece of wood that is connected at the moment could easily fracture in any number of ways. So the better way to do it is to realise that some of this needs to be sacrificed and actually start from this end, working that way, because that, by doing that, we would reduce the possibility of it fracturing and splintering and getting deeper and wider. Now it's going to end up a bit deeper and wider anyway, that's what will happen, but hopefully a controlled deeper and wider rather than a wood splitting causing that. Let's get through you. Now I have realised as well that before I can really take this to be stripped, I'm going to need to turn it over and just check the other side to see if there's anything there that needs cleaning up before we can do before we can do the stripping process. Hurting already and I've already done anything. That's a bit, that could be a bit of a ball ache because it's going to reduce how much I'm going to be able to get done. Okay, so this is the bit that I was mentioning where I just have to realise that we're going to sacrifice some wood, and now what I've done is where the edge was, just here, there now is no edge. It's smooth because I've cut through it. And I've controlled that. Whereas if I'd have gone the other way, if I was to do it here, see, first of all, it's not wanting to actually move, so I would have to put more force on it than I want to, and then it is going to fracture and break. Whereas I can come from this side, and we're not going to fracture it, we're not going to break it, we're just working down until we've got to the smoother bit. It's a work in both directions as well. It all depends on which way the wood is cracked or split or fractured. So for example, these couple of little bits here, the edge is at the other end, so if I was to go in that way, I'm going to create fractures. I suppose that kind of goes towards what I was saying about understanding the feel of the wood through the tools and what it's wanting to do. I mean, I've not had anybody tell me that that's what it'll happen. It's what I don't even know if I'm right. It's just what I believe will happen through my limited experience. But I mean, should we try it? Okay, I mean, these are on a much smaller scale. Okay, that first noise that I just heard then, that was not the sound of wood being carved, that was the sound of wood splitting. So, just out of... See, what I did there was the first part was a nice soft sound. The second bit was wood splitting. I don't know how I could explain that sound. Well, actually, you know what? When the wood splits, it's like hearing Rice Krispies snap, crackle and popping. That's what it's like. You can hear it like that. It's a crunchy sound. Yeah, crunchy. Now this is already just gone considerably wider. Do it from the other side. That's a very different sound. It's not a crunch, it's more of a scrape. something else that I realised I'm going to have to do as well is I'm probably going to have to mark on the top side of the table where any deep carvings are, because there are going to be some deep ones. Because what I don't want to do is, when it comes to doing the other side and repairing any bits or putting my river effect in, I don't want to accidentally meet two carved areas and end up with a hole. So to avoid that, I'm going to sort of mark the top of the table so I know where to avoid it. If I don't do that, then the chances of getting it wrong increase. And with the river effect, obviously that's only something that I've done on a very small scale with limited success. That's a very tough piece of wood there. I think it might be a knot. Yeah, limited success, but I went with width rather than depth, whereas on this I'm probably going to need to go a bit more for depth to get the depth of colour as well. Okay, let's go to the flatter blade, get some of this wood off. Oh, caught the we're digging in a little. Oh, my arms are not liking this. It is annoying that, because I was really hoping to get quite a bit done on this today, but I am proper struggling. Okay, so we've got a split bit. There's no point pussyfooting around the that region, because that's going to have to come out anyway. I think my tool could do with sharpening, but I'm not entirely sure how I'd go about sharpening this one. I mean, I might be able to do the outside edge, but I don't know if I'd be able to do the inside edge. I mean, one possibility would be to Dremel it. I'm losing control of my hand here. See, this is where, if I was sensible, I should stop, because I'm struggling to control the tool, and it's not really thinking, oh well, I'll stop for safety's sake. It's more, I should stop because I'm going to end up carving more wood out than I need to, or I could end up doing that if I can't control my blade. But I don't want to stop. I want to get more done. That's making it, it's not improving it, that's making it a bit messy. very annoying. Yesterday we had very good blade control, and today it's just completely gone. Let's see if we can clean up a bit of this. Where it's a bit flatter. Digging in, it shouldn't be. It could be that the edge of the blade is dulled a little bit. Not doing a great job here. And if I can get the glued bits off. Then maybe I can at least I feel like I've accomplished something. And I can come at it again with a curved blade in a bit, take a break for a while, see how my hand does, but I don't think it's going to particularly get any better today. So it has really pissed me off, that. Because it's that situation of I'm here, I'm ready, I'm willing, but my body's struggling. Or in this case, not necessarily my body, it's my fucking hand and my arm. I think carving isn't something that I've really practiced left-handed. So I'm not quite mastered it right-handed yet. And to be honest, I wouldn't trust myself left-handed with a blade. you know you want to come off there. Taking a lot of concentration for me to do this. I'm trying to block out the pain. And it's one of the main issues that I have, is that when the pain really is bad in my body, I mean, I always hurt, but there's different levels. When it's bad like this, it's overwhelming, it takes control over everything, it blocks the mind. And all these are things that I'm saying that are the indicators that I should stop what I'm doing. But I don't want to. I think it's that feeling of I don't want to feel like I've got to give up, because I don't want to. Maybe you know what, maybe there's something else I could do instead, which wouldn't be as taxing on my arm. See, I mean, I have got a bit of an idea of something I could do. Okay, yeah, with what I've just done there, that's the next sign that, yeah, I should stop. What should have just been a nice, simple, little clean, and I've gone and caused quite a bit of damage, and yeah, you tool. Oh, I need to tidy that up, otherwise I'm going to end up splintering myself as I walk past it. Yeah, I mean, I should have stopped ages ago. Yeah, I'm really annoyed with that, to be honest. Really annoyed. I mean, I had no indication before I started this that I was going to have that problem with my arm. And it's not just that my hand was cramping up on the tool, it's pains in my arms here and around the back. And like I say, it becomes overwhelming, it takes over everything, and that's why with this illness that I have, I mean, some people say, it's just in your head. It ain't. There is physical pain. However, there is definitely something to be said with the mental strength of an individual to cope with that pain. So for me, there's a level that I can cope with and carry on, and then there's a level where it becomes overwhelming. And yeah, we're on that. I'm just looking at this. I mean, I mentioned on the other video, the video the other day, that this side of this table is probably going to reveal more and more bits that need work as I go through it. For example, I've just found a bit now. You may be able to see it. Literally, we have a split, so from here, going all the way up here, all the way up here, and this is old. All of this goes all the way up here, and down here, and then down there. So all of this is going to need taking out. And I would doubt very much that that's the only one. I mean, there is another one that I already know of. And I think I may have just found another one just behind my camera. Yeah, so I'm just going to dig into this just to just have a look. I want to see how deep of an issue that's going to be. Not too bad if, hang on a minute, there's a hole there. I'm going to say not too bad if we do it right. I really shouldn't do this. I've gone and started it, so oof. Okay, so the splits are going a little deeper on that side. So, I mean, all of this isn't actually connected at the moment, it is all split. Why did I start doing this a little bit? It's a fucking stubbornness. I should have just fucking left it and attacked it at a different point. And again, this is one of those situations where, could I have left it? Yeah. Would it have got worse? Yeah. Because it was split, it wasn't connected. So all along here still has the split in it, so the knife can still get in under there. So when I said I wanted to see how deep it goes, that's what I meant. It's like how far back is it not connected. Fuck's sake. I shouldn't have started it, you tool. I've got a feeling it's going to end up going all the way to the end of that particular piece of wood. It is going to end up going all the way to the edge. I just know it. Oh, that's just popped some in my elbow. I know I should stop. So the definition of an idiot is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. I'm not expecting different results. I just want to get to the bit where it's not a split. And it does go to show just how deep that split was. And had I not done this, just how deep that fracture would have been when it did go. Show me a glimpse of no split. That's a really fucking tough bit of wood there. It doesn't help that I'm moulding the blonde. I'm holding the blade the wrong way. Okay, we've got a little glimmer of hope there. we're almost there on this end. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Bloody hell. Okay, so we've got a glimmer of hope there, but I'm gonna stop that. I shouldn't have done that. I really shouldn't have done that. Motherfucker. Alright, okay, so I'm going to stop there doing this. So I'm going to have a little bit of a clean up. Might as well vac all this lot up. And then I mentioned that there was something else that I could do. And basically it's one of the next projects. I can at least make a bit of a start on it. I'm not going to say what it is, but I will do, I'm going to do a video series on it, but I'm not going to publish that for some time. Probably not until after this table is finished and published. We'll see. We'll see how we get on with that. Right, I'm done. See you for the next one.